make up rules, but they are unquestionably the only ones who expect someone else to commit voluntarily and in advance to following them, preferably in writing. People take wedding vows. Nobody makes them do that. They sign honor codes, though they'll not starve to death if they don't. They enter into contracts to play sports, but only if they choose to. Some commitments may be less explicit, but they are no less definite. Ironically enough, agreeing to be bound constitutes the ultimate proof that a human is free. Consenting to follow a certain set of rules voluntarily is an act of self-determination. When enslaved or bound in fiefdom, forced into an arranged marriage, or strong-armed into a religious sect, a person cannot cheat. It isn't possible. They might, quote, behaviorally evolve, but they can't betray rules to which they didn't agree. They cannot cheat in the sense of interest to this book. Looking on the positive side of miserable circumstances, one cannot be a slimy, rotten hypocrite without first having a will of one's own. Americans have that freedom for their own benefit or that of the group, perhaps even that of the whole nation. An individual enters into covenants of various stripes. The covenants describe the individual. A Southern Baptist, for example, a point guard in college basketball, a marathon runner, a bass fisherman, a sophomore at college, a member of the Saturday night bridge gang, a spouse. In the natural world, happiness may be something slowly won. In the human world, each covenant taken in advance brings comfort and happiness likewise in advance from an arrangement warmly accepted. Looking on the negative side of civilized circumstances, however, people who have a will of their own can be slimy, rotten hypocrites. Perhaps that is not news to you. Individuals commonly have to decide what they absolutely swear they will do and what they promise with equal sincerity they will never do. Whatever activity it covers, that covenant beckons to hypocrisy, and then cheating. The cheating to be dragged out of the shadows in this book covers a range of examples, from marital infidelity to business fraud, to school cribbing, to sports deception. While some of the cheaters ended up in jail, laws are not the rules that underlie everyday cheating. The fear of getting arrested by the police is very different from the unthinkable cataclysm of getting caught by someone one knows personally. Tax cheating, for example, is not emphasized in the book as much as flower show cheating. Both emanate from the same priority on self-interest. The finer point is that native-born Americans never specifically agree to abide by laws. Just as in the South before the Civil War, people in certain pockets of the back country today contend that they don't have to follow laws they don't like. This nullification, as it was once called, gives zealots an out, at least where their sense of honor is concerned. They may be crooks, moonshiners, and tax holdouts, but they aren't cheats. Neatly sidestepping a discussion of the individual and democracy, and whether representation itself conveys a covenant, I hold that breaking the law is not necessarily cheating. Academic observers have expressed the opinion that everybody cheats. Lowlifes and barflies have made the same point. All men cheat. All women cheat. All lawyers cheat. All pitchers cheat. Everybody. That conclusion glistens with the cynicism that serves to protect academics as well as lowlifes. It so happens that I'm cynical too. My credentials are irrefutable. I think the world stinks. I think we insult rats when we use their name to describe people. I am blissfully at home with early 1930s movies, the ones in which all of the characters are corrupt. I know the score, as they used to say, circa 1933. Yet I'm unable to make the statement that everybody cheats, being that I'm tinged with the same sentimentality that causes many people to point to their parents as the two individuals on